again, why am I so disinterested in what's going on with the big two now? Is I'm going to show you guys. Here's another example of this. I've said before that in modern entertainment, you fail up. Okay? You don't fail the other way. You fail up. So why does it feel that the stories keep getting worse, or even if they drop a dud, like definitely in comics, that person or that writer ends up getting on a new project. I think Kelly Thompson is one of the biggest examples of this. Somehow she writes dog shit West Coast Avengers. She ends up getting rewarded with Captain Marvel, which somehow was dog shit really from issue 1 when she got what's her name flying around talking about I'm not losing to some 7-foot misogynist. That was on the first issue. I was like, boring. Anyway, and predictable. And then she gets Black Widow. Sasuke sisters knock it out the park with a Black Widow series. It was only limited though. It was 5 issues. No Restraints Play. And somehow Kelly Thompson gets rewarded with the ongoing series. And she's also doing Deadpool. Okay? So they fell upward. That's just par for the course. People that do shit jobs get rewarded for it. Here's another example of this. I meant to cover this before. Whammon. Let's get that correct. So tokenized Batman writers developing a Gotham Knights TV series. Of course, it's not related to the game, so you may be wondering what the fuck. Because Whammon has been absolutely, it's been terrible in terms of the ratings. It's not even well received by the people that show clearly tries to target. It's not being well received. You have tokenization squared, and you have a black bat. You had tokenized Batman. Now you got tokenized Batwoman. So you got fucking tokenization squared because now you have Black Batwoman. And the ratings, nobody's interested in it, especially the people that they try to signal to, who may talk about it on Twitter. It's just like the Miles Morales fans. Those guys don't end up buying shit. It's kind of, unless it's a movie ticket, but these guys won't even watch the show. Variety reports, CW Scarlet Knight writers Natalie Abrams, James Stotero, and Chad Fivish are heading up to Gotham Knights project as executive producers. Heavyweights of Warner Bros. TV will also serve as executive producers. While based on DC Comics, I'm reading this from Bounding in the Comics, by the way. The series won't be a spinoff. It won't be a spinoff of Batwoman or any Arrowverse shows currently. However, it's the writers that are going to be a part of it. Of course, if you don't know Gotham Knight, the story that they're telling is going to be similar to what they're doing with the video game. Bruce Wayne is dead, so basically the people that he kind of brought up, be it in the Robins, really in their individual kind of thing that they do, whether it be Red Hood or Nightwing or Red Robin, as well as Batgirl, they take it upon themselves, of course, to do what they have. They've been preparing for this moment here. The story does not specify if the adopted son in question is Damian, Jason Todd, or a new character altogether, so we got a little bit of a synopsis. However, Fivish and Stotero are currently executive producers on Batwoman's third series, but have worked within the DC universe for a few years now. They have been producers on Gotham and Krypton and the CW's Vampire Diaries. Natalie Abrams began her career as a writer for Entertainment Weekly before she wrote TV shows from Batwoman to Supergirl and All American. The writing at Batwoman and the dip in the production quality of CW's Arrowverse due to program and meager budgets aren't a good sign for what Gotham Knights show will became. But they might get a financial boost from HBO Max, a lot like Superman and Lois did, which was a lot of people are saying decent things about that. So basically, you get to produce, and it's not even a case by case basis, right? You think that, okay, guys, y'all produced some things that were very questionable. Supergirl went to shit. Batwoman was never not shit. And yet, here you go, you're rewarded with Gotham Knights of all things, because you guys have really shown that you guys understand DC comic books. Look, guys, you have to understand that the insane people run the asylum for these companies. So you're going to get more of it. You're not going to get less, even if it feels like, damn, man, like they're bleeding money in some cases. Like books, they're certainly bleeding money. Like all their fucking books for the most part are in the red, not associated with Batman or Superman. But they couldn't even sell gay Superman. So to be fair, it ain't even with that either. But nobody's interested in this shit other than cosplayers on Twitter and Instagram. See, that I can understand from analyzing things or analytics, right? Everybody cares about so much about analytics. And generally, if you work for a big company, you're going to get guys whose entire job is to try to analyze what the market's responding to. So I can understand why people think, because there are a bunch of stan accounts based on CW characters. It's weird. Like kind of too weird, but weird nonetheless. And you may look at that and I guess if you are unplugged from reality, you can get tricked into believing that those guys are customers, wanting and interested customers. So they may make tweets and Instagram posts enthusiastic about, oh my God, look at my gay Batwoman. Okay. But that doesn't mean that those guys are going to be continuously interested or customers, especially paying ones, right? It can be really tricky to navigate that. That's not to say that all data coming from these sites are useless. It's just to say that you got to take it not just with a grain of salt. It can in itself be difficult to navigate, because oftentimes just because you have a lot of followers, just because you have a lot of people talking about it, does not mean those people actually are interested. It's because in this day and age, a lot of people are a little more interested in what gives them the individual signal boost. So it's like cool to talk about this shit, but is it really cool to like watch it? It's one of those things. It's what we're dealing with now, and it's very hard to navigate. However, I guess they think people want more of this, even though they're like with Batwoman. There's nothing that indicates people's interested. Nothing. They did all this hype with DC fandom. Oh, look at us. We have Black Batwoman, and all the chick that's playing Black Batwoman could talk about is a sexuality and race. That's it. That's what they led with DC fandom. This is your introduction to this new Batwoman. It's she's gay and she's black. But is she interesting? Oh, what? What do you mean interesting? Interesting. Who's talking about what? No, I mean and the ratings obviously are reflective of that. But hey, you got to think of it two different ways. This one of these has to be true. Either they're fucking brainlets that are stupid, or no, let's say three. Brainless that are fucking stupid, because sometimes you just got to understand there's stupid people in this world, and that's what it is. The other thing, and maybe it's a little more likely that this is the case, is that they're so obsessed with their personal individual, like what statement, social statement they can make with this these characters that they're utilizing, that they're willing to lose money, which it's more likely than what number one, but it's still highly unlikely. I think the most likely is this, is that they believe that this long term is going to be a lucrative thing. I think because what has become the acceptable position in the modern sense publicly has been social justice. Now, how we got there, that's a conversation for another day. We've had those. Nonetheless, it's the safe position, right? Nobody's going to, I don't know, jump down you, even though some of these guys like to make it seem that way, like they're the big oh man, they're really pushing the envelope there. That they are the ones that you make such a brave and bold decision when you come out and say Black Lives Matter. You say Black Lives Matter, and you're brave, you're bold, and man, it's so daring that you would ever do something like that. It's the safest fucking position that you can have. So maybe they think that in the long term, because of that kind of cultural mind state has changed, or what they deem as acceptable. And I think it's all smoke and mirrors. It's just more so you guys control a lot of these mediums. So you've tricked yourself into believing this is what most people want. Nonetheless, they think long term that that's going to be beneficial for them. So they keep people around even if their projects are failing, because it's like at the end of the day, there's going to be some change, and these guys are really, this is what people want. They're really, maybe we got to ramp it up. Maybe we got to double down in order for us to get some fucking money. But we'll see, because there's no way that that's sustainable. Batwoman, there's no way they're making any money from that fucking show. Like, at all. I don't know who's paying to advertise even during, who's asking for that shit. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.